The great moment of anticipation is finally here. And it's 2025, so we gotta make sure the Instagram Live is ready. All right. So for the presentation of the 2025 Kevin M. Eidt Memorial High School Scholarship, I would like to introduce Greg Calnon, who you might have heard sometimes tonight, is the 1997 Norwalk High School Scholarship recipient. He is a managing director at Goldman Sachs. He is a longtime family friend. He is the chairman of the Scholarship Selection Committee. There is nothing he can't do. Mr. Calnon, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Chris. I'm very, very excited to announce this year's recipient. In fact, I'm so excited, I called a week early. It's not a joke, I actually called a week early. As you can imagine, Mr. Eidt, who does have very detailed instructions about how this whole process goes, he was a little alarmed that I called a week early. And I think he also appreciated that his very detailed instructions, the reason I called a little early is because he provided those very detailed instructions. So, good evening, it's great to be with all of you. It's my great privilege to stand before you tonight as we present this year's recipient of the Kevin M. Eidt Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is about much more than just academic excellence. It's about leadership, service, passion, and an unwavering commitment to making a difference. Values that Kevin embodied and that we seek to honor in his memory. Each year, as we read through all of the applications, we're struck by the remarkable young people who walk the halls of Norwalk High School. And each year, we come across a student who isn't just exceptional on paper, they're exceptional in the way they lift up everyone around them. And that brings me to this year's recipient. This year's recipient has a 4.8 GPA while taking an AP course load that would make most of us break out in a cold sweat. She's Vice President of the Kevin M. Eidt chapter of the National Honor Society, President of the Tri-M Music Honor Society, and Vice President of the French Honor Society. If that weren't enough, she's played volleyball, run cross country, and even led the ski and snowboard club. Because why conquer just one thing when you can conquer them all? Music, however, is where she shines. A standout in both orchestra and choir, she's earned spots in the Connecticut Music Educators Association Western Regional and All-State Festivals, not in one discipline, but in both. And in a perfect full circle moment, she performed as part of the string quartet at last year's scholarships presentation, and again earlier this evening. So if you've been wondering why the music was especially beautiful tonight, now you know. But beyond the accolades, what sets this recipient apart is the kind of person that she is. Teachers and mentors describe her as thoughtful, caring, and genuine, as someone who challenges viewpoints with respect and dignity, as a student who not only excels individually, but lifts others up, whether in the classroom, on the stage, or within the many organizations she serves. From volunteering with Bears Beating Cancer and the Norwalk Symphony Orchestra, to supporting the music program at St. Jerome's Church. She understands that true leadership isn't about recognition, it's about impact. Kevin lived his life with passion, kindness, and an incredible drive to give his very best in everything that he did. I have no doubt that tonight's recipient embodies those same qualities and will carry them forward in remarkable ways. It's my great honor to present the 2025 Kevin M. Eidt Memorial Scholarship to Summer Bosch.
I'm tremendously honored to be this year's recipient of the Kevin M. Eidt Memorial Scholarship. As Greg mentioned before, and listening to Libby's story, I confess that my first call for Mr. Calnon came at an unexpected time, and I actually did let it go to voicemail. I didn't answer the first time. Followed by that, my home phone rang. I didn't answer that either. And my phone rang a third time, and that's finally when I picked up. And I heard Greg say, "Summer, I'm calling to congratulate you." My heart was racing, kind of like how it is now. And my mom and I were screaming and jumping around the kitchen. So thank you, Greg, for your persistence in calling. I would like to thank the Eidt family, the selection committee, and the teachers and community members who recommended me for this award. Additionally, I must thank the donors who have made this scholarship possible. Your benevolence is a testament to the service and community Kevin's legacy inspires. I would also like to thank Ms. Todashini as our National Honor Society chapter advisor for her exceptional leadership throughout the year. I know this evening is important to you as you are a classmate of Kevin and you continue to honor him through our chapter. Lastly, I want to acknowledge my parents and my brother hiding in the back there for their unwavering support, especially through this school year. This achievement could not have been accomplished alone, and I thank you for always being there, especially for the 7 a.m. rides to school. Thank you, Mom. I know it's early. As I've learned more about Kevin and his legacy throughout this application process, I'm beginning to see the connections in our experiences at Norwalk High. Going on ski club trips or performing in candlelight, I have come to appreciate how Kevin's life can be celebrated in the many facets of Norwalk High that I've grown to love. While I'm greatly honored to receive the generous monetary scholarship from the fund, I additionally appreciate being a member of this incredible group of recipients, some of whom I know from our years together at Norwalk High, and others whom I hope to get to know better in the years to come. Collectively, I know we can continue to represent much of what Kevin embodied at Norwalk High and in our community. Last weekend, I had the opportunity to attend the Connecticut All-State Choral Festival. Our conductor, Dr. Corrine Duffy, said, "It takes hard work to accomplish something. If it was easy, would it even be considered an achievement?" Her message resonated with me as I reflect on the hard work the other wonderful candidates and I have put in this year throughout this process. I also think of what Kevin's work ethic must have been like in all his exemplary achievements and how he has embodied the idea of perseverance and dedication. As Vice President of the Kevin M. Eidt chapter of the National Honor Society, I look forward to inducting our new members soon. As I'm reflecting on Kevin's Day of Service, which is a day to remember Kevin and encourage service throughout the school, I want to share an expanded idea for next year called Kevin's Week. A week dedicated to some of his interests as a way of promoting and fundraising for this scholarship through a basketball game, a jazz band performance, and a dedicated day of service at Person to Person. Kevin's Week will spread the celebration of his life beyond our chapter and into the fabric of Norwalk High School. I look forward to coming back to Norwalk High next year and seeing the chapter continue to thrive in ways like this. I admit that receiving this honor is bittersweet. I wish Kevin could be here tonight to see the outpouring of love and support from the community in his name. I'm excited to announce that as I continue to pursue my dream studying psychology at Princeton University this fall, I'll also endeavor to keep Kevin's hopes and dreams alive in my college experiences for his legacy and for the Eidt family in many years to come. Again, I thank you very, very much.
Congratulations, Summer, and don't walk too far. We have more photographs than you have possibly imagined that we're going to be taking with you and everybody here. But Summer, please, may the path that you choose over the next several years bring you success and joy, and include taking the fork that returns you here 5 years from now. Congratulations again. Let's hear it for Summer.